distinctive spot in the Arab world. Today, the Arabs base their civilization on education and culture. In Kuwait, schooling receives great attention. Every way leads to school, and there youngsters of the coming generation meet. They have an appointment with the future. In the kindergarten, children between 4 and 6 live in a most enjoyable atmosphere where they are given all comfort and entertainment so that they may grow to like the school. Well-studied sports programs are a basic element in those schools. Drawing and arts are also all important. In this atmosphere of merriment, the school mistress teaches the children in an easy, simple way by stimulating their interest in various ways, both in the classroom and in the library. In those beautiful surroundings and through entertaining games, the children develop a sense for beauty and they grow to enjoy teamwork. Feeding the brains goes hand in hand with feeding the body. The school offers 2 good meals a day to every pupil. At the age of 6 begins the 4-year primary course, followed by a 4-year intermediate period, which forms the basic education in Kuwait. Two pupils meet at the school gate, filled with faith in the future and in their country. In the playing grounds, the pupils line up before the flag, which they honor and in which they take pride. In perfect discipline, the students head for their classrooms, where they follow a well-set course which develops the mental capacities of the pupils in their delicate age. The school adopts the most modern teaching methods with visual aids and other media. Girls also join the primary school at the age of 6 before they attend the intermediate course, after which they are ready for the grave responsibilities which modern Kuwait calls upon them to shoulder. This is an important period in the academic career of the girl, as it helps the school discover her tendencies. The girls' primary school, therefore, is most active, with the students attending sewing classes and learning fine needlework and ironing. Girls are also taught nursing and medical care. Hobbies are developed most carefully. Those interested in music, for instance, have the school band. At school, the girls develop the artistic and beauty sense. Education is not restricted to the city. It penetrates into every village in Kuwait. This is one of the modern country schools in Kuwait, called Al-Fintas. Following the intermediate course, the girls join the secondary school, where they attend advanced classes based on a most up-to-date syllabus. Modern laboratories have been installed to give every girl the chance to carry out scientific experiments by herself. In the household class, the girls are provided with the equipment of a modern kitchen, so that under the mistress's supervision, they could excel in this branch just as they do in scientific research. Once the household class is over, the girls taste their own cooking. The school is responsible for the mental as well as the physical formation of the pupil, and so the girls in Kuwait play games in the open air. The Girl Guides organize trips to various parts of the country so that they may learn to rely on themselves in difficult circumstances. The artistic sense is shown through the girls' graceful acts and expressive movements. School supervision covers every aspect of a student's life: learning, playing, eating and dressing. In the kitchen of the Ministry of Education, the students' meals are cooked under strict supervision. Meat and vegetables find their way to those kitchens where they are carefully washed and cooked. The entire process is carried out automatically. Flour is also being mixed automatically, and the loaves of bread are prepared according to the required weight and form. The bread is then baked in minutes. The loaves are automatically sliced. Sandwiches are made and placed in paper sacks. the carefully cooked food is then placed in special vehicles which transport it to the various schools to feed the boys and girls. The food vehicles penetrate into the secondary school for boys. This school is built in the middle of a huge garden. In the garden is an attractive spring, on top of which are pigeons symbolizing peace and love, the motto of all students. There are modern boarding houses attached to the school where the students live throughout the academic year. Other quarters are devoted to the teaching staff. A special medical center also looks after the students' health. In the lecture room, the students meet to learn everything about their country's geography according to most modern methods. The teacher uses all modern media, including projectors. In the laboratories, the students have their own experiments to do and reach their own conclusions. In class, the pupils are taught various subjects, such as foreign languages, which help them in their research work. Among the media used by the teachers are gramophone records. The school is well equipped. It has a biological museum which throws light on many facts of life. It shows the formation of the baby, for instance, and explains every part of its body. A rich library provides the pupils with books on every subject to suit all tastes. Information is also provided to voracious readers who ask for guidance. A comfortable seat and a book are the dream of every student. The secondary school prepares the students for the great duties demanded by the rapidly progressing country. In one section of that beautiful garden of the school is a map of Kuwait in flowers and plants. There is no modern school without sports. Schools in Kuwait have their sports groups and special training programs. At the secondary school, the students practice all sports such as high and long jumps, racing, and throwing the discus. The pupils form various scout groups, such as the Marine Scouts unit, which teaches the members reliance on oneself, patience, and perseverance. The young men go out sailing in the open seas, and on those men depends the future of Kuwait. In its rapid progress, Kuwait needed an industrial generation that could march along with the wave of reconstruction now sweeping the country. The Industrial College was built therefore to provide skilled technicians and meet the country's needs. Northern quarters were built for the students. In class, the Industrial College students are given theoretical lessons under strict technical supervision. The undergraduates wear the overall before going to the workshop for practical training. In the school workshops, the students are divided up into groups, each examining a certain apparatus and learning the secrets of its production. In the electrical workshop, undergraduates receive especially good training since electricity is today the backbone of industry. The blacksmith and welding workshop. The car workshop. The carpentry. The model making workshop. The metal molding workshop is particularly rich in equipment, and the students' training there gives them a good practical background which helps them face difficulties in future jobs. Work goes on relentlessly in the workshops, giving every student experience and good training. In their leisure time, the undergraduates take an active part in social life and form scout groups, for instance, which teach them discipline, respect of duty, and the honoring of the motherland. Are well looked after in Kuwait and are given every opportunity at a special institute. Apart from simple crafts, the students follow the same course studied at normal schools. The books are printed according to Braille's system, which the pupils have learnt and are now using to jot down their notes. The pupils are also trained in touch typing. The physical side is as important as the mental at the Institute for the Blind. Physical training and bodybuilding take place under the expert eyes of trained supervisors. Blind girls are also taken care of in modern Kuwait. They have physical exercises. They are taught special handicrafts. They also learn to cook, in addition to the general education course which they follow according to Braille's system. music lessons. Commercial education has not been neglected in Kuwait owing to its importance to the country's economy. Night courses are held to help merchants and employees develop their commercial knowledge in the secretarial field and in accountancy. They also learn typing. The students have their jobs in the daytime and their studies in the evening, which help them in their dealings with the public. No effort is spared and no stone is left unturned in Kuwait to bring steady progress to education and form the new cultured generation in Kuwait that is taking its rightful place in the free Arab world.